in just a few weeks, all eyes will be back on the state capitol with a special session that's now scheduled to start on July 21st.
And the session will focus in large part on THC, which is, of course, about policy, but also this is exposing some real tension inside the Texas Republican Party. Julissa Garza joining us once again live in studio with a look at, among other things, the political fallout behind the scenes. Julissa, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick made it clear he is not happy about the governor's decision here.
Yeah, that's right. And he has said that on social media in a press conference. And this special session may be about THC on paper, but politically, it's starting to look like a power struggle between two of the state's top Republicans. And experts say even though Governor Abbott has policy reasons for calling this session, the politics are impossible to ignore. Now, Governor Abbott vetoed Senate Bill 3, which called for a statewide ban on THC products like Delta 8 and Delta 9. Instead, he wants lawmakers to focus on regulating those products, a move that's been welcomed by veteran groups and small businesses. But Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick wasn't happy, criticizing the veto on social media, then reinforcing his position at a press conference. Political experts say that public pushback exposes a subtle but significant split within the Texas GOP. Some lawmakers in the House may actually be relieved the bill was struck down.
They have these small businesses in their districts. They also have veterans. So if they're on a veterans type committee, if they're on a mental health type committee, or if they're on a commerce committee, this may be a positive for them.
But in the Senate, it's a different story where Patrick holds more influence. I asked Professor Yan, who you just heard from, what that tension means for lawmakers who may be caught in the middle between their party leaders and their voters.
Lieutenant Governor Patrick has been so strong on this throughout the session and now since the veto. And he wields so much power for those state senators that if they don't play ball, then what could happen is they lose a lot of their influence in the Senate. That's not as bad as...
So really, this isn't just a policy debate, it's a test of loyalties inside of the Republican Party, and the session is just weeks away.
And on the ground, I mean, there are people who are really affected either way by whether or not this passes. I mean, who are really invested in what the outcome is.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why you have, the congressional leaders really torn between what your constituents have to say, but also what your party has to say. So that's why on KHOU 11 Plus at 7:30, I'm going to dig deeper into what else could be added to the agenda and more just on this tension that we see continuing to grow.
Okay.
A lot of business owners impacted by this potentially.
Yeah.
All right.
Julissa, thank you. All right, this morning.